Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be as bad, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. This means that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Woo, we are back again. Now, I know everybody is talking about Diddy and Cassie and all of that, but baby, let's drop in here. We're not going to be here long. I'm not going to be before you long, but I wanted to share the information. Halle Bailey, I always want to call that girl Halle Berry, but Halle Bailey has filed or has been granted a restraining order against DDG. Now, y'all know I don't know these people like that. I mean, I know who DDG is now because he had a baby with Halle, and I know who Halle is because of her sister, Halle and Chloe, and she was the first Black mermaid, all those things, but I don't really follow them, know them like that, right? We did have a conversation on Mother's Day about Halle because she came down on her social media and was very candid about struggling with mom body after having her son, yada, yada, yada. So let's read through what TMZ said. And y'all know my girl Tracy found the documentation. So we're going to read through what's in the actual documentation. Well, I understand that too, Abby. You don't have to have much information. I understand that. But let's read through what we have. Oh, she told me to start on page 22. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, let me read through what TMZ has to say. So TMZ is saying the following. Halle Berry, Lord, come on, TMZ. Where'd it go? Okay, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Why does it keep doing this? Dang. Okay, TMZ, stop playing with me. All right. Halle Bailey says she's had enough of DDG's allegedly abusing her. She filed a police report and now she wants court order protection from the father of her child. In documents filed Tuesday in LA, she claims things first got physical in January. They broke up back in October, and Halle says that DDG came over to pick up their son Halo, and she tried to start a convo with the rapper about a child visitation schedule. As she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claims that DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, bitch." Halle says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state. That's when they allegedly started wrestling, with DDG pulling her hair, slamming her face onto his steering wheel, and chipping her tooth. Halle says she was in pain and crying, and although she stopped the fighting, she was still worried about Halo. So she remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house, where she told his family what happened. Once they told her they'd take care of the baby, she left hysterical with the bruises on her arms to go along with her chipped tooth. She attached photos of the alleged injuries in her request for a restraining order. She also alleges that DDG creeped her out in March when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom, and texted a pic of the empty bed to her along with the text, "Now I know what you've been up to, LOL." Halle says she interpreted the text as DDG accusing her of having sex with other people. 4 days later, she claims he really exploded when she came back to her house. Halle told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Halo to leave home. And she claims that's when he got verbally abusive, smashed her Ring camera, and ran away with her phone. Now, listen, we remember when that happened. Remember that? We remember because we talked about that, about him showing up saying she wouldn't let him see her son. And she was like, but we're sick. We are literally, I think she said they had, the C-19. And she was like, we're literally sick. We did talk about that. Now, how he get your phone? I'm not saying she's not telling the truth. I'm saying, how did he get her phone? He slammed the Ring camera and then ran away with her. How did he get the phone? As he drove off, she claims DDG threw the phone out of his window and yelled to her, "Go get it, B." The incident prompted Halle to go file a police report, and she says she also has Ring footage to back up her side of the story. It was also around this time that DDG claimed on X that he had been fighting to see Halo for months. For Halle, though, the final straw came just last weekend when she said she was vacationing with Halo and her sister in St. Lucia. She says that DDG texted her links to social media posts claiming she was on the island with singer Brent Faiyaz. Halle replied, "Not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you're okay and feel better soon." The judge granted Halle a domestic violence restraining order requiring him to stay 100 yards away and gave her permission to take nearly 18-month-old Halo to Italy, where she'll be filming a movie for 2 months. So now you're not going to see your child for 2 months. DDG also has to stop posting or streaming about her and their child. Halle claims her ex has been whipping his fans into a frenzy by trashing her when he live streams. We've reached out to DDG's camp, no word yet. So that was what TMZ said. Now, Tracy, shout out to Tracy, actually found the paperwork. So let's read what's in the paperwork. And I want to be careful because their information is in this paperwork. So give me a second to make sure I get it. Tracy told me to start on page 22. So let me go to page. It's a 52-page document, child. So Tracy says start on page 52. She said 22, excuse me, because I don't want y'all to get any of the private information. Their addresses in here, people's full names with their middle name and all of the other. So let me go to, I trust Tracy. She said go to page 22. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start at page 22. This is very reminiscent of Keke Palmer. Very, very reminiscent of Keke Palmer. All right, so let's get to page. We're almost at page 22. Okay, let me scroll down because again, it has DDG's legal name and all of that. And I know some of y'all probably know it, but I don't. So let me go. Okay. All right, we're just going to read her declaration. The rest of it is just her filling in, the information and all that other stuff. So let's it's 6 pages and then some pictures. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen as we read through it, you guys. All right, let me share the screen. All right, it's 157 of y'all in here. Everybody else talking about Cassie. We got something new to talk about over here. If y'all hit that like button, it'll be much appreciated. We need to start calling him by his government name. Well, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. All right. Excuse me. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we ain't gonna be here long, child. I'm yawning and stuff, child. I'm yawning. All right. Let me change this background. I still got my Mother's Day background up here, child. Let's change this background, honey. Let's get the background together. I don't know if flowers and the sky is appropriate for the conversation we having right now. I don't know. Let's do this. All right, let's put that up there. Okay. All right. That's a little bit better. Okay. So let's get into it. We're going to read through the declaration. This is what Halle Berry wrote in her documentation to the court. I'll make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Halle Berry. Oh, it does have. Well, his legal name in here, child. It's gonna be all over the news anyway. Okay. I, Halle Berry, declare I'm the petitioner in this case. I have personal knowledge of the facts I state below, and if I were to be called as a witness, I could competently testify that what I have written in this declaration, exhibits referenced below, are true and correct copies of the identified document and are incorporated by reference at the place indicated by the exhibit letter. I submit this declaration in support of my request for a DV restraining order. Daryl DDG. Oh, well, DDG are his actual initials. Okay. And I were involved in a romantic relationship for about 2 years, beginning in 2022 and ending in 2024. Our son, Halo, was born on December 22nd, 2023. Throughout our relationship and continuing to date, Daryl has been and continues to be physically, verbally, emotionally, and financially abusive towards me. I am seeking orders to protect myself and our son Halo from his ongoing abuse. Daryl is a professional YouTuber and Twitch blogger and rapper. Whenever he wishes to cause upset, he starts bad-mouthing me to his several millions of fans. He claims I'm withholding our son and I am with other men. As a result, I then receive threats and hate on social media. He seems to try to set up drama for his fans. He goes live ranting about me and alleges that I am keeping Halo from him. This is false. I have requested a set schedule, which he refuses. I'm also a public figure and I'm subject to public scrutiny and hate. As recently as this morning, May 13th of 2025, Daryl, that's DDG, was giving an interview in Miami on TikTok talking about our son, flipping the script, claiming he's getting hated on by his fans. To be clear, I do not go on social media discussing our relationship or any of our issues related to our son. Only he does that. He is the one who creates this frenzy with his and my fan base, and he is now going online to continue talking about it, furthering the frenzy. This is not child-centered. I have asked him to stop this behavior. He continues. He gets paid for hits, and this creates hits for him. Our relationship ended in 2024 because of his temper and lack of respect towards me. There have been numerous incidents of physical abuse even before Halo was born. He often calls me profanities, including bitch. He often calls me evil. Since we broke up, we have had ongoing issues related to his last-minute demands to see Halo without a schedule. He will not commit to any regular visits or schedule for visits. He demands Halo when it's convenient for him only. I never know when I will get Halo back or where he will be. Based on my discussions with him and his mother, I am aware that he leaves Halo with his mother most of the visits, and his mother cares for Halo. I want DDG's family to be close with Halo, but I believe DDG should be present instead of simply leaving Halo with his family for days. On January the 18th, he called and said he was coming to get Halo, who was just 13 months at the time. I let him into my house and asked him politely when he would bring Halo back. I have repeatedly asked Daryl to please, I didn't mean to say his legal name. Anyway, to please set a schedule. He did not want to talk and refused to tell me when he would bring Halo back. The discussion continued as I walked with him outside to assist putting Halo into the car seat. I was buckling him into his seat and physically got into the back seat to adjust the car seat. I had left my front door open and was not even fully dressed, as I was not even wearing shoes. Daryl kept repeating, "Get out of my car, B." Halo was crying. I repeatedly pleaded with him to stop calling me out my name. I felt very nervous that he was taking Halo with him and was very agitated. I did not feel safe leaving a baby with him in this state. I also wanted to know when he would bring Halo back. He would not tell me. This argument then escalated. The next thing I knew, things got physical between us. We fought each other. Now, she's saying right here they fought each other, wrestling and tussling. At one point, Daryl was pulling my hair. He then slammed my face into the steering wheel, causing my tooth to get chipped. I then stopped fighting back as I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to get out of the car with Halo, but was now stuck. Daryl then said that since I would not leave the baby in the car, he would take me with him. He drove quickly towards his house. Sorry, y'all. When we arrived at his house, I was crying and told his family what happened. I begged his family, who were there, to help me figure out a schedule with him. They said, just leave Halo and go. I left hysterical. I had bruises over my arms and a chipped tooth. I have questions. I know y'all hate it when I say that, but I have questions. I'm going to keep reading, but I need y'all to know that I have questions. But I'm going to keep reading. But I have questions. Okay. All right. On March the 3rd of 2025, DDG had Halo in his care. I was to pick him up at 3 p.m. that day instead at approximately 12 p.m. while I was away from my home. DDG came into my home and entered without my permission or knowledge. He does not have a key to my home. I will bring a copy of the Ring camera footage from that day that shows him entering my sliding door on the side of my house. That answers that question. Somebody asked, how did he get in? And going upstairs. After he entered my home, he then went to my bedroom and sent me a picture of my empty bed. He sent me a threatening text saying, now I know what you've been up to, LOL, which I understood to be him accusing me of having sex with other men. This left me feeling very unsafe and nervous that he would enter my home again when I was there. On March the 7th of 2025, Halo and I were both very sick. Oh, it was RVS. It wasn't C19. It was RVS at my home. Daryl stopped by to see Halo. I had already warned about our sickness. I made it clear to him that I did not want Halo leaving my home because he was sick. When I told him that, he became very angry with me. He raised his voice and became verbally abusive towards me, hurling names at me. He then saw that the Ring camera was recording. He unplugged the Ring camera, opened the side door, and threw the Ring camera out of my home. You do know that just records to a cloud, right? Like it, sir, Mr. DDG, the Ring camera records. It's in the cloud. It's not in the okay, I'm gonna keep reading. I went outside to retrieve the Ring camera. He then locked me out of my house. I went around the back and came into the house through another entrance. I plugged the camera back in and called my family member for help. With her on the phone, I bet you it was her sister, I repeatedly asked DDG to leave. I told him that he was being rude and I was too sick to deal with him. He would not leave. When he realized that my family member was on the phone line, he became enraged. About the same time, I noticed that he also saw the Ring camera was back on, so he smashed the camera. I have this recorded and will bring the recording to the hearing. He then grabbed my phone and hung up on my call to my family member. Okay, that's how he got the phone. At some point while he was distracted, I was able to get Halo from him. He then ran out of the house with my phone. I followed, begging him to give me my phone back. He got into his car and closed the car door on me while I was holding Halo. He then drove off and threw my phone out the window, yelling, go get it, B. As a result of this incident, I filed the police report. This lack of a schedule and Daryl's random demands caused my great distress. I am a singer and actress. I'm often on set or having to arrange my schedule ahead of time. I must be able to work. People begin threatening me, and this creates fear for me. Okay. I have attempted to work with him to set up a schedule for Halo, but he refuses to talk to me and just goes live to blast me to his fans. I also continue to try to work with his mother to try and arrange time for him to be with Halo. I was filming in New Jersey last month and arranged for his mother to come and take Halo to visit with his father. In coordinating the trip, I learned that DDG purchased a one-way ticket for his mother to come to New Jersey and to take Halo home. He demanded that I pay the cost of the return ticket and would not book it. I had a lawyer get involved in order to protect our son and draft an agreement to ensure that our son would be returned to me. I was glad that I could facilitate the visit, but it created tremendous stress for me and disrupted my work while I was dealing with his threats. The court should also be aware that his mother and I discussed further visits after the visit last month, but DDG chose not to see our son. This is not unusual. He often goes weeks without contact, then demands Halo that very day. His mother and I also discussed that I would be back in Los Angeles with Halo returning on May the 11th. Our communication evidencing these discussions. Okay, so she attached all of that. Then on May the 5th of 2025, the night of the Met Gala, DDG started up again. He went live on his Twitch channel, voicing that he was unable to see his son, implying that I was keeping Halo from him. He then created a firestorm of media around freeing Halo from me. See various social media messages. Okay, so she's just talking about the different exhibits. His fans then began accusing me of refusing to share Halo and being out partying with other men. Given the fact that DDG's mother and I texted about my whereabouts a week prior, and DDG did not wish to see Halo after this last visit, the timing of his Twitch post was intended to ruin my night, which it did. I could not concentrate or be present at the gala. I was worried about the situation again. Every time this happens, I feel scared, anxious, and worry about Halo's safety as well as my own. I've noticed a pattern of Daryl doing this when I have events related to my career, although I'm trying to work hard to provide for our son. Likewise, the weekend of Mother's Day, I left New Jersey with Halo and went on a short vacation with my sister. Daryl again, I keep saying that boy's name. Anyway, again accused me of being with other men and posting about my relationship with other men. As always, this caused me great distress. I even texted him hoping he would stop. So here's what the text said. D, are you not tired of harassing me? You make up a new lie on me every day. I'm in St. Lucia having fun with Shermay and Chloe, not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. I told your mom I was going to be with your sister last week. Please let me enjoy. I was going to be with my sister last week. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you're okay and feel better soon. The English teacher in me wants to know where Halle learned how to write a sentence because your sentence structure sucks. But moving right along. More recently, this has become extremely upsetting to me because Dale refuses to work with my attorney to set up any set schedule. Instead, he is threatening that he will take our son 50% of the time and pay me zero support. It should be noted that he has never paid me child support, and I have never sought child support from him. I have asked him, however, to contribute to the expenses. Only on one occasion has he done so. I am contractually committed to be filming a movie out of the country in Italy from June the 7th for approximately 8 weeks. I have been and remain the only caretaker of Halo's throughout his entire life. I do not believe it's in Halo's best interest to be left with DDG, or more likely his mother, because DDG leaves town on a weekly basis, especially for the entire 8 weeks. I'm seeking permission to take Halo with me to Italy so I can continue caring for him. I am contractually bound to be in Italy to film. I have family and a nanny who will be traveling with me to care for Halo while I'm working. I have done everything possible to avoid going to court. I have tried to placate him by providing him access to Halo, even though he is not with Halo and often leaves him with his mother. I have facilitated his visits no matter where I am and often last minute. I realize there's no placating him. I cannot allow this abuse any longer. I cannot keep living like this. I never know when he is going to demand our son to be his mother's care, whether I will be subjected to his threats and abuse. As of the date, I'm signing the declaration in Miami online railing against me. Oh, as of this date, I'm signing this declaration. He is in Miami online railing against me, alleging he cannot see his son. He is not in Los Angeles. I had planned on DDG picking up Halo on Monday, yesterday at my home in Los Angeles. His attorney has not responded to my attorney arranging for a visit. This is not child-centered, and Halo is only being used to further his fan base and online presence. And then her signature. So let me pause for a second before we get into these exhibits. She should have been put paperwork on him. Not being able to attend the Met Gala set him off. Maybe that's what it was. He didn't get invited. Not what the hell on? No child support. It's a movie with y'all are talking about what the movie is. Okay. Where are her parents? Baby, I got questions about that too. Don't kick her while she down. She ain't turned to the Grammarly. She going through. Shut up, Evie. I was just saying. Right. It doesn't matter who she was in St. Lucia with. She could have been in St. Lucia. That's not his, but a man, that's not his business. Especially if they broke up last year. That is not your business. She's from a town down the street from mine, St. Matthews. They're kind of, down there. I don't know what that meant, Mama Yana. I don't know what you mean by that. They grew up in a country town a few minutes outside of Atlanta, but I digress. Okay. Oh, y'all are talking about where they're from. Okay. Ooh, never date your fans. Ooh. All right, now let's look at some of these exhibits. I was just going through some of y'all's comments. Let's look at some of these exhibits, you guys. This is exhibit number 1. This is a picture. You see there's that bruise on her arm. I guess that's from the day she said that he hit her head against the steering wheel. So you see that bruise on her arm right there. There's another picture of the bruise. Oh, there's her chipped tooth. There is the chipped tooth. All right. Let me know how y'all feel about those pictures. Oh, you mean they slow? Oh, okay. Hey, Kim. Oh, hold on, Kim. You reminded me of something just when I saw your name. Hold on. Let me send a message back real quick. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. All right. My eye in the sky had sent me a message earlier, and when I saw you, Kim, it made me think about it. Okay. So this is the text message that he sent her of a picture of her bed. I don't know why that. I don't know how that makes you think that you know what she's doing in the bed, but it says here you can pick up Halo from George. I have to go to work. This is exhibit number 3. This is showing that she filed a police report. There's the case number. So that's the case number right there showing she filed a police report. That's the incident, DV incident right there. March the 7th, 2025. All right. 2,100 hours it happened. Exhibit 4. What's this? Oh, this is the travel agreement. I don't want to... that has a lot of their personal information. I'm going to scroll past that. That's a travel agreement. These are the texts between his mom, I'm guessing, and her, where they're talking about the travel arrangements. Okay. Exhibit 6. These are some, I guess these are examples of some of the text messages she's been getting. This one says, free Halo, bitch. Here's another one. Let DDG see his son. Here's another one. Let him see his son. This is getting sad. DDG may be an ass, but we know he's a good dad. Don't take that away from him. Wait a minute, ma'am. Miss Asia lady right here. I don't even know you, but Miss Asia lady, how do you know he's a good dad? You literally just said, we know he's an ass, but we know he's a good dad. How do you know he's a good dad? Like, how do you know? Then this one says, yeah. Let that nigga see his baby, yo. Let DDG see his son. Out partying, but couldn't let him have his son for one night while he's in the same city. Evil. You could have let DDG see his son tonight while you were at a party since it's been nearly a month, but you didn't. I pray you start being a better co-parent, at least for Halo's sake. Not Ursula Free. Why they call that girl Ursula, though? She was not Ursula. She was the Little Mermaid. Why y'all call that girl Ursula? She was Ariel, right? She wasn't Ursula, right? She was Ariel. Why they call that girl Ursula? Y'all, why they call that girl Ursula, though? Okay, I'm going to keep going. One day Halo will understand the damage she has done to his childhood. Free Halo. It's been a month since DDG saw his son. Let him see his son in peace. You loser, MF and ET looking asshole. Wow. Wow. Now shut the fuck up, Halle. It's been a month. Let him see his son. Let dogs. Okay, y'all get the point. Let's keep going, child. Let's keep going. Not you're a horrible person for not letting him see Halo while you were out partying in New York, then taking. So it sounded like he went streaming during the night of the Met Gala and he was mad because he wasn't invited. I feel like you were mad because you weren't invited to the Met. Ciao. All right, let's look at some more of these. Here's another exhibit. This is exhibit 7. These are the text messages. Oh, that says it pretty much confirms that Halle Bailey, Brent Fayez rumors keeping Halle away from DDG while Brent playing stepdad in St. Lucia is nasty work. This is her in St. Lucia, and this is the singer on an island. So even if they are both in St. Lucia, that mean they're there together? Child. DDG can't see his son because Halle took Halo to be with Brent. Child. You think you're hurting my feelings when you're really just ruining your own image. This is a terrible look. Makes you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day. But just have the same energy when it's my turn to have him. I'm on that same shit. Sir, y'all are not even a couple. Y'all haven't been together since last year. We are in May of 2025 and y'all have not been together since 2024. Sir, go take several seats. Exhibit 8. That's the text message I already read, y'all, about her saying he was harassing her. Okay, those are all the exhibits, you guys. So that's it. That's all of the exhibits. Now, what do we feel about this? What do we feel about this? I'm so happy it was granted. He's insecure and immature. The judge says no more strings with that baby. Youngsters. Lady D said youngsters. He did. He found out about the restraining order while he was streaming. Let me let y'all see that. I'm gonna let y'all see that video. All right, so let's let y'all see. Hold on. Okay. So here's the video of DDG finding out literally while he was on live stream. Damn, bro. Should I get a style? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I forgot I still had this. Let me put myself back on full screen. Hold on. I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see. Why are they saying GGTMZ? All right, I'm looking at her story now. What? Oh. Don't even. That can't even be real. All that. But that can't even be real. That's the thing. But don't even. You know what we talked about last night? All that.
Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. It's a good human being.
But I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like, I gotta be.
Just don't do it, bro. Come here. Fuck that. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false in the stream. He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father, and we're gonna respect him. We're gonna love him. WDDG. If anyone got anything to say,
the fake narrative.
Stylist.
Now, at the end of that, that was Aiden. What's that boy name? Aiden Ross, whatever that boy's name is. Why he say at the end of all of that? Why he gonna say, "Go listen to R. Kelly"? I noticed how they cut that part off because I'm thinking to myself, that's probably not how you want to end this. Is telling people to go listen to R. Kelly. That might not be how you want to end this. All right. Not king of the incels. Him and his brother dragging their children's mother to the pits of hell. These exhibits say something different. So this is what I'm gonna say, and then we're gonna get off here because, like I said, I'm done for tonight. I ain't know I was gonna come back, but this is what I'm gonna say. I feel like people need to understand, and when I say people, I ain't talking about y'all. People need to understand that restraining orders are for safety. It doesn't always have to be somebody kicked your back in, threw you down the steps. It doesn't always have to be anything that extreme. But from what I'm reading and from the exhibits that she showed, and remember, she's got that ring footage that she said she was showing court. It's not in the document, but the judge saw the ring camera footage. It's clear to me that something ain't right with this boy based on what she said. Now, we only got one side of the story, but we do know that he has been using social media as a weapon against her. We've talked about it here. We've had this conversation down here. We don't even talk about them like that, but we had this conversation down here about how he was saying, like, about the time when the baby was sick. We remember that. We had that conversation. We saw what happened last weekend in St. Lucia with her bothering him while she was on vacation. Him bothering her. And so I can appreciate that based on what we have. Let me just say that. That there was definitely some unstable situations going on. And I know a lot of people sort of turned on Kiki as it relates to how Kiki chose to handle things with the father of her child. But I do believe that they were in a toxic, let me say the word toxic relationship. And we saw the footage of him throwing her down, and we saw the pictures of it. We saw the still pictures of it. So at the very least, I was never one of those people that changed how I felt. I felt like it was a toxic relationship. And I understand that everybody doesn't handle situations the same way. And sometimes we get upset. It's 400 people. I didn't even know that many people was in here. Hey, y'all. Please like the video. Yes. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. But I just feel like toxic can also create unsafe and unstable. Okay. So for me, I'm glad that, because this is how I feel. And listen, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to be done. Sassy said, I'm tired about this so-called innocent mermaid. Oh, okay, Sassy. Okay, girl. I'm going to say this, but this is how I feel about it too. I done told y'all a million times. When y'all have these babies with these men, y'all need to take these men and go ahead and let the court, especially if now some people can co-parent and never have to get the courts involved. I get that. But I think more times than not, we need to go down to the courthouse and we need to let a judge put very specific parameters in place and let a judge look at the finances and figure out who needs to pay for what. That is my opinion. That's how I feel, and it's probably not going to change. Now, I understand that there are people who had a child with somebody and they never had to involve the courts and everything was everything. I get that. I have it in my family as well. But more times than not, especially if you're dealing with somebody that's not over the relationship being over. And it sounds to me like he's not over the relationship being over. That doesn't mean he wants to be in a monogamous till death do us part relationship with her. It sounds to me, though, like he has not accepted that he no longer has access to her as his girlfriend. That's what it sounds like to me. Child custody arrangements are not exactly. I agree too, Fight. They're not always about child support. I agree. Exactly, Andrea. It's clear that those texts that DDG is trying to control her, and he wants to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it. That's what it sounds like to me. Now, I'm not sure what Sassy meant by that comment, but Sassy has a right to his or her opinion. I don't know what she meant or he meant by it, but they have a right to their opinion. It is about control, and that's dangerous. When somebody, it's a dangerous thing. He went to her house when she was not home. Right. Went into her home without permission. I'm glad that she put in there that he did not have a key, because I was thinking, well, maybe he still knew the code to the front door. Maybe she never changed the code. Maybe he still had a key. But I think she did a good job of being very clear and saying, listen, this man did not have permission to be in my home, nor did he have a key. And him sending a picture from inside of her home of her bed to him, that was more than for me, that was more than a message about her sleeping with another man. In my mind, it was also a message about, I can get to you whenever I want to. And he went into her most intimate space. Your bedroom is your most intimate space. And I think that was also a message that was sent by sending her a picture inside of her bedroom while she was not home. Yeah, I agree. Red flag. That was a threat. He's dangerous. Exactly. All of y'all in the chat, I'm agreeing with all of what y'all saying. You know? So, Halle, I'm not saying that you should have to move. You know, I hate the fact that maybe, but honestly, you may need to move. You may need to move and separate yourself. Even if it's temporary. Even if it's temporary, you may need to move somewhere, rent an Airbnb for a couple of weeks. Because it sounds like he don't have a hard time getting in your house. Now, on the hood side of things, I got a couple of questions. On the hood side of things, I have a couple of questions. Girl, where your daddy? Where your uncle? Where your cousin and them? Where Uncle Pookie? Everybody got an Uncle Pookie in the family. His name might not be Pookie, but Pookie is the one that's down for whatever. Pookie done been to jail and he ain't scared of going back. Where is Pookie? It's the same thing I asked oh girl. It's the same thing I asked oh girl. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Now her name done went out my head, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Where's Pookie and them? Thank you, Sunny Days. Thank you, Sunny Days. I appreciate the super chat, my love. Thank you. Where Ray and them? Let me tell you something. My brother, y'all know my brother is no longer with us. But baby, I remember one time I was having a situation. And my brother was a big boy. Okay? And I remember one time I was having a situation and I was telling my brother about the situation that I was having. And you know what my brother said to me? My brother was very clear. And what my brother said to me was the following. I'm going to tell you what he said. Now, he ain't here no more, so I ain't going to take it back. I'm going to say it and I'm going to mean it because he ain't here. My brother said, listen, If you call me too big to fight, I'm coming strapped. Now, that's what my brother said. My brother said, if you call me, you better mean it. Because I'm too big to fight. I'm coming strapped. Now, that's what my brother told me. So I knew I better not call my brother if I didn't mean it. But I had other people I could call that could, a little bit. They didn't grow up like that. They grew up very religious. I don't think her family wants to get involved. See, I don't know nothing about these young ladies. I mean, I know about their talent, but I don't know, I don't know a lot about their family. I don't. I agree she needs security. She need to call Julia's cousin. Julia's got a cousin. Julia's ain't that Beyonce's security. That's Beyonce's security. He don't have a cousin. Yes, Sky down for whatever. Not they jump people for fun. Not they jump people for fun. So, I'm joking, but I'm serious, y'all. Like, I take red flags seriously, and in my opinion, this is a red flag. And yes, he still has a right to a relationship with his child, but what he does not have a right to do is to demand a relationship with his child on demand, especially since she is a working mother, right? So hopefully this is the first step in her putting very specific parameters and limitations in place. When the judge says you get him the 2nd and the 4th weekend of the month, and we're going to do an exchange down to the police station, like, it is what it is. Like, that might be what it has to be for the foreseeable future. You know what I'm saying? Whatever child support arrangements they come up with, I think both of y'all make decent money. So whatever they come up with is whatever the state of California comes up with. I don't know. I ain't in it. I don't know. But whatever the state of California comes up with. Lord, Tracy just sent me something else. Hold on. Let me see what Tracy said, because we about to get off of here, child. Because I ain't even mean to be here like this. Lord, the Menendez brothers are now eligible for life. This is what Tracy just sent me, y'all. I'm going to say this and then we're going to get off of here. They were resentenced to 50 years to life, and they are now eligible for parole. I don't mean they're going to get it, but they are definitely eligible. Okay, let me see what this says, and then we're going to get off of here. People are recalling that Ruby Rose tried to publicly call DDG out for allegedly abusing her a few times. At that time, she said that DDG threatened to ruin her career if she came forward. Halle now posted a photo of her alleged abuse, and it's similar to the photo that Ruby Rose posted in the past. Oh, wow. So you can't really see it there, but there's a picture of Ruby Rose. You see, it's very similar to that same picture of her arm with a bruise on it. And let me read you guys the text messages. Text messages says, I get you mad, but I'm telling you, Ruby, I'm not Lala. I'm a F your whole crew up. Don't do it to yourself. Now, this is from February of 2021. It says, I got love for you. I really don't want to do you bold online. I'm telling you, it's going to be bad, Ruby. Just stop. So then she responded, it's already bad, and you're threatening to end my career. If I tell people how you hit on me, more things to show on my live. Thank you. So then he said, let it, LOL. If you go live, bro, just know you really lost me. Have a blast. You're going to lose all respect for me and anybody I F with or you F with. Just think before you do is all I'm going to say. And then that's the picture They showed a picture of her arm. Again, it's bruised almost in the exact same place. It says, I told you how a nigga did me and you do the same. Oh, this is Ruby talking to him. And you did the same is to me, made fun of me while doing it in my, I can't, it's blurry. I think that says in my house and shit. The same is he did, trolling me. No nigga will love me. Oh, telling me, y'all, this thing is blurry. Telling me no nigga will love me. I'm a whore. All the same shit. You haven't been something love lately. And you something another girl to talk to. Bet I won't speak on us at all. Respect me and I won't speak and don't speak on me. Okay, so I guess she decided not to go live. And so yeah, that's what it looks like. So y'all know how this stuff goes. It's going to all come out. Now everybody got a story. So all the stuff that people forgot or they blew it off or they just didn't, because I didn't know who this person was. Okay. Until Halle popped up pregnant, I didn't know who DDG was. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm sure there'll be more to talk about tomorrow. And we will talk tomorrow. It'll be day 3 of Diddy. All right. Let me get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Please hit the like button on your way out the door. My mom say that y'all, the eye in the sky. So the eye in the sky didn't really say anything new, if I'm being honest. If you've been getting what I've been telling y'all all along. But let me go back to what, because they did send me something yesterday. So let me go back to what it said. She said they do have the video of the peeing situation. She said the video does exist. During the cross-examination, when the cross-examination happens tomorrow, allegedly the defense is going to bring up the fact that Cassie got immunity, I guess, so she wouldn't be charged for anything. This is according to what my eye in the sky is saying. Let me see what else she's saying that I can repeat. Okay, wait a minute. No, when he was partaking in men. Wait a minute. What she hasn't said yet, she would say no when he was partaking in men and when he wouldn't spend money. All the letters on the videos that her attorney petitioned to have blocked today, like I said. Okay. It's really not anything new. Honestly, I'm reading. I just want to make sure I'm reading it correctly. There's really nothing new, you guys. I've been telling y'all from the beginning the information that I've been getting from my eye in the sky. So it's a lot of the same information, but basically it's a lot of what Tracy was saying earlier. If you were on my earlier live about day 3, two things can be true at the same time, right? That Cassie was there. Cassie did partake in situations voluntarily, but also some other things happened that weren't so voluntarily. Well, let me just say it this way, Kim. Allegedly, I have to say allegedly, there was a petition today to get some things blocked as far as these videos are concerned. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, there was a petition to get some things blocked. And let's just say that some of the things on that video may deal with same-sex situations. Are y'all reading between the lines? Yes, Tracy, the Eye in the Sky absolutely agrees with what you said earlier. That's exactly what they sent me a message today. They were listening, but by the time they sent the message, I was clicking off. But they said they absolutely agree with what you said earlier. So if y'all were listening earlier, what Tracy said, she was very much on point with that. And allegedly, hey, Monk Chip, where you been, boo? But allegedly, those videos that they want blocked allegedly deal with some same-sex situations. Okay? All right, y'all, let me get out of here. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.